In this video, we're going to be talking about what I do as a beginner trader on the weekends when the markets are closed.
Traffic. Let's get to that money.
We've been trading all week long, and some of us have been going through it. Like, some of us have made some major profits, and some of us have been like feeling like, whoa, is this even for me? But what I do on the weekends is I first like to go through and take a look at the trades that I made throughout the week. I like to do just basically like a recap of all of the trades that I took throughout the week. So that means like the wins and the losses and all the good and the bad. So the markets are closed. This is where the real work begins. This is where extra study time can come in. This is where you can go and really analyze what you did throughout the week, because sometimes we get into the market, and I swear that's why I call it the war zone. You jump into the war zone, you don't know if you're going to win the next gunfight or not. You don't know if you have the nicest loadout for this next gunfight. But if you keep working on yourself, you're going to attain some skills. You're going to get better loadouts to use when you jump into the war zone. When it comes to the journal entries, this literally, you guys, this is paramount for success. In my belief, the way that you see yourself when you write it down on paper, when you get real with yourself and say, whoa, this is how I was feeling, your emotions when you were in a trade, these were the decisions that I took based off of this. Y'all, look, I could go back into these trades here and I can show you, or I can go back into these notes here and I can show you where I'll write this. Look at this right here. It says, I am waiting for an A+ setup this morning. This week I'm responsibly upping my lot size. Okay, so anytime I've upped my lot size, I get this feeling of like, you got to get used to that new drawdown, all right? It's just moving a little bit differently. You know, but later on I go in here and it says that I didn't follow my strategy exactly. So it is all psychology. That is one thing. It's always you versus you when it comes to jumping into this market, jumping into this war zone. It's always going to be you versus you. So on the weekends, instead of going and throwing it all away, like going out and go have some fun, sure, but it's like, what if you spent a little bit more time working on yourself this weekend, next weekend, a few more weekends, so that eventually, say a few years from now, when you've crafted such a great version of yourself, you get to just be like, yeah, that was all those nights that you sacrificed, you know, doing stuff like this, writing it down, getting real with yourself, being like, okay, I'm in this trade and stuff for real, and I'm here to make money. I'm here to change some people's lives. I'm here to change my lives. What do I need to do? Okay, and it's that. You need to make some changes. Looking at this week's recap, we've got, this is January 23rd through January 30th, 2026. I'm going to go ahead and read this for you guys real fast. It says, the challenges I noticed last week were as follows. Every losing trade was stopped out right before the big move happened. I know. Comment below if you've ever had that happen. And if you hadn't already, like this video and subscribe for more. I will use a wider stop loss from now on. Lack of confidence to click buy or sell even after seeing my setup line up perfectly. Look, I saw this so many times last week, but it's like you get burned once you go, like I said, up in your lot size. You're like, oh, dang, that one hurt a little bit. So now risking the profits feels, you know, like, whoa, we're getting into the no-go zone, all right? I know you've been there as well. When trailing my stop losses, I would trail too close, right? Oh my goodness. And stop out before securing more profits. So I got into a few great trades, and I'm thankful that I did, because they brought me all the way back up to that break-even spot. Like I said, I'm still at break-even, but I'm thankful to be there in just a little over 5 months. So it takes patience to get into the trade. Patience is what will get you paid. Out of all the fluctuation, the account remained at break even. I did place one revenge trade. I was like, no, you did not. Look, I'm saying I jumped in, placed my stop loss. It was boom. Before I could look, I looked down at my phone, looked back at the screen, and I was already stopped out. I couldn't even react. I was just like, okay, all right, I guess we're getting stopped out real quick. Oh my goodness. Comment below if that's ever happened to you. Holy. And like this video for sure if that's ever happened to you. But I took one revenge trade. I instantly got what I deserved. I can appreciate how well I handled my losses. I respect not trading on the days I had things to do. So look, when you've got things to do, I'm telling you, it's good to just take a break. Imagine that you are already at this multi-million-dollar trading level and you don't need to be trading every day. There's no need to be taking trades every single day or being in the market all the time. Find a time that works best for you and execute your strategy in that time slot. For me, I'm here in the New York time zone. I'm noticing here recently, I should have wrote in there, don't take trades until 9:30 because, oh my goodness, I've been getting caught up in all of this pre-market open BS. It's just, little wick outs up in here, and maybe they're doing little pennant patterns. I have one popping up right here, but maybe they're doing those patterns and I'm just getting in too early. Maybe I'm not seeing it correctly. Who knows? Typically when it comes to about Friday or Saturday, I'll get on the phone with my homies and we'll talk about the trades that we place throughout the week. I might have one friend that blew an account and I might have another one that passes the challenge. So also, if you want, I have discount codes for Alpha Capital. I will have them linked in the description below. Just go down there, click the link, and get you a discount code. Who doesn't like getting discounts? Either way, usually I'll talk to somebody about something about trading. We'll have that trade talk. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I saw price going here. Yeah, oh yeah, no, I got stopped out. Yeah, oh yeah. Man, price was wicking around all over the place. Can you believe what happened on Sunday? Yeah. Hey, I stay out of it on Sundays. But one thing I do on Sundays is I like to go and mark up my charts. I want to go and see, hey, this is where it was. This is where I'm predicting that things will go. I don't know for sure if this is where it's going to go, but isn't it nice to see the next day when you're like, things played out how I thought they would. A lot of people say follow one setup and do that same setup when you see it over and over again. Well, I'm a beginner trader, so I've looked at a few different setups and there are a few different setups that I like to take trades on. And the thing is, I'm noticing that there's an anomaly here. We're going to use the pennant pattern, for example. Imagine that I put my stop loss just below the last swing low. And I'm assuming price is going to take off in the opposite direction. Well, there's been a few times where it has actually come right back to me, stopped me out, and then continued on in the direction. If I can make $20 turn into $300, there's no point in caring about the $20. Okay, we lost that trade. Let's get back on our feet. Let's keep pushing forward. It's just 20 bucks. After you've taken a look at the higher time frames and you're ready for your next week's trading, this is what I like to do. On my Sundays, I like to relax. I like to remember I'm a normal person. I'm a regular human being, and it's okay to enjoy my life. Remember, you are a multi-million-dollar trader. You've already made it to the place where you want to be. So relax. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of the time off, because Monday is always going to come back around. And I know, at least we're thankful to wake up on Monday morning and go to work. Like, don't you know those people that don't like waking up on Mondays? They're just goodness. But as life as a trader, oh my goodness, I'm thankful to go to sleep on Sundays early. Golly, you might even catch me in bed at 10 o'clock. I'm getting up before the sun is. Yeah, so guess what? I can do one of these. I can do my opening journal. Today I'm going to take some A+ setups. We're going to win today. So wake up in your mornings and set it forward. Be like, hey, I am profitable. I am greatness, you know, it's just remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing, and you're going to make it to where you want to get to. I promise you this. Progress is not made while you're trading. I can tell you that now. It's made when you're out of the markets. It's made when you make your bed in the morning. It's made when you're in the gym and you do those few extra reps, because you know that the you a year from now is going to look back and be thankful that you did all those extra things. So the progress is right now. It's every single second that you're not in the markets, in the war zone. These are the times that you can build a better loadout so that you can win the next time you jump in to the marketplace. So I have faith in you. This is my journey here. Let's go. If you hadn't already, like this video and subscribe for more.